Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 2. In the last episode, we worked our way even more through the Dream Den, and in this episode, I'm pretty sure we're going to finish it. But first, we have to do one of my favorite floors in the game. It's the Bulborb floor, the big Bulborb floor, where there is one of each variety... Oh. There's one of each variety of big Bulborb, and you have to destroy them all. And you probably don't have to destroy all of them, but I choose to. Starting with the orange Bulborbs, of course, because they're the ones that are light sleepers. And then you can just systematically go through and kill every single Bulborb, and it's very satisfying, and also pretty easy. Let's get another one of these. I think that's part of why I like it so much. It's got that good combination of being really satisfying and visceral, my favorite word for this Let's Play, while also being easy. It's almost like a little... Victory lap is the wrong word because we haven't finished the place yet, but like a little easy thing to celebrate getting this far before it throws the boss at you. And we also happens to get a very easy layout. This is not always this easy. I've seen some nasty configurations for this floor before. Alright. I'll even take some Bulborbs back. Why not? They're even giving us nectar. I almost wonder if this is the game's... or if this is the Dream Den's version of one final rest floor before the end. A&W caffeine free for 100 Pocos, the hypnotic platter. I think A&W is root beer. I don't drink root beer, I hate the stuff. But I am pretty sure that's what that is. Why not? Let's take everybody back. Where did the cave exit go? Over there. Is it 7 for each? Yeah, I think it's 7 for each type. So... 21... But wait, 7... There's 6. 7 times 6? Oh god. I don't know my 7 times tables. Whatever, somebody will know the answer to that. I know some of the times tables. 7 was never one that I was really able to nail down. Fairly certain I have dyscalculia, which is like... It's a learning disability. It has to do with your brain's ability to process numbers and stuff. This is it. Final floor. Whatever happens down here, I'm not resetting. If I have to leave, then I have to leave and come back with a better squad. But, like I said, whatever happens down here, I'm not resetting. It is what it is. I am going to have Olimar take the purples, because the purples aren't going to be of very much use here. And we're going to find the exit. This place is meant to look like a GameCube, by the way. We're going to find the exit, and Olimar is going to stay here by the exit with the purples. And it is very important that Olimar stays with them. What am I going to do with the rest of these guys? I think we're gonna set up near Olimar, but not like all the way back there, so we can have easy access to these guys. I'm gonna take the well, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I'm gonna take the yellows. We have 19 yellows? Realistically, that should be fine. We've already seen that smaller squads can be better for boss fights. Bigger numbers, at least with aerial type enemies, which this one is, bigger numbers does not always equate to bigger damage. It's not like ground enemies. Let's go with this for now. This is the other reason people recommend taking lots of yellows. It's Louis. Is that Louis? Mr. President, I have located Louis resting on a vast mound of treasure. For him to venture to these depths alone, the desire of man is a thing to be feared. But Louis is not moving. Could he have exhausted his strength in reaching these depths? There may yet be time. Quickly, to Louis' aid. This is what I came here for. Louis. Unfortunately, we're going to have to fight for him. This is the Titan Weevil. I'll explain a little bit more about how this thing works once it actually starts attacking us. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't, spicy up. This thing has elemental attacks for every element. And it's using the electric one twice in a row, which means we can't take damage with these guys right now. The reason people recommend taking yellows is because, of course, electricity, oh god, is the only element that can't be defended against. Like, right there, everybody got fired, and nobody died. That's not true with electricity. Okay, alright. Keep an eye on Olimar here, because this attack can reach the geyser. You don't want that. It's a good thing we have so many spicy sprays, because this guy has a ton of HP, or rather, its weapons have a ton of HP. Each weapon, each of the 4 weapons it has a certain amount of health before it'll fall off and become unusable. Oh, I hear Pikmin dying. Okay. There's 4 weapons. We've seen it use 3 so far. What's it gonna do? We've seen it use 3 so far. There is no health bar. There's no visual... What's it doing? Oh, fire again. I actually didn't realize it could reach that far out of the arena. What was I gonna say? Each weapon has a certain amount of health, but there's no visual indication for when it's losing health. Okay, let's just keep moving. Let's get out of here. Yeah, there's no health bar or anything. The only way to know if you've been doing damage to the weapon is when it's at, I want to say, just a third of its health left. It'll start acting funny. Hold on, I gotta listen. Are we okay? We're up. So it'll start having a different attack pattern. I am going for the electric one first, because once the electric one is down and there's no danger of anybody getting electrocuted anymore, I will bring the rest of my squad down. That's why I don't necessarily like to take an... Oh, I actually got the fire one down. We didn't even see the extra pattern for the fire one. Ooh! Oh, I got hit. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Ah! Wow. That did surprisingly little damage for how much it looked like that hurt. Okay, poison. Let's get out of here. The poison weapon will go around with 3 poison plumes like that. The fire weapon only has 1, but it's a little bit more targeted. The poison goes in a pattern. The electric weapon just lays down nodes of electricity. We got it. I don't know if we saw its second pattern. It lays the nodes down randomly as opposed to in a set pattern, which I think it had before. The water one, I don't know what the water one does. Okay. Hold on, I gotta pay attention. Oh! We didn't get that cutscene, apparently. Emergency! Pikmin are suffering! If you blow your whistle with B, you may be able to help them. Come on. I'm gonna go reunite with Olimar, because at this point, now that there's no electricity, I'm not particularly worried. Oh! Oh, that was a miscalculation on my part. Oh, we might be about to lose some guys. Yep, we lost some guys. That was entirely my fault. Oh, it's attacking. Let's go. Yeah, now we can basically just throw guys with impunity. It's obviously not impossible for them to get hurt, as you've seen. the most dangerous part of this is that the attacks will actually hurt the captains as well, which means that if the captain's hurt, you're uncontrollable. I don't know if the water can... Oh, no, it doesn't answer that. Please get up. Ugh. What I'm actually gonna move these treasures out of the way, because the Pikmin are going to target it, and not the boss. Okay, poison. Perfect. Come on, guys. I'm gonna walk with them back. Taking a treasure back in the middle of the boss fight. This is the fire weapon. For 1,000 Pokos, the flare cannon. I think I'm gonna take the other one back as well. There's a lot of guys that aren't with me right now. That makes me a little nervous. Oh, that's the water. Just stay together, keep moving. Try not to let the captains get hit. Where are the rest of my Pikmin? Oh, I think they're by the ship. Just keep an eye on things. I don't usually see people bring the treasures back in the middle of the battle, and you certainly don't have to. It's just, I've found that when I'm trying to target the Dweevil, they all attach to the treasure, and then it's annoying trying to get them to get on the monster, and then they all get hurt because they're all trying to get the treasure, and they don't come back when you call. Oh boy. Okay. Luckily, only your active captain is able to be hurt. But... Oh, we just lost somebody. But I wouldn't mind Olimar going down now, because we have everyone together, so we don't need to worry about the water weapon. This is the electric weapon for another 1,000 Pokos. The Shock Therapist. Lovely. Alright, what are you doing next? I'm gonna wait for it to attack again. Wow, it's coming... I didn't realize it could come this far out of the arena. Alright, let's go. If you use a bitter spray on the Titan Dweevil... Come on, everybody, come on. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble getting my thoughts together. Oh god, oh god. Okay. Ooh. We're losing a lot more guys than I would have liked. It's okay. I don't want to say we're guaranteed to win at this point, because there's really no such thing. But even if we... Ow, ow, oh, that was me getting massively hurt. Okay. Even if we sustain a lot of losses, we have enough Pikmin that we can finish the fight. Actually, if we were to come down here again, I guess it wouldn't have the weapons we already brought back. I don't know how it would handle that. I've never had that happen before. It's halfway tempting to try, but I think I'm just gonna save that for another time if I want to do anything finding the answer to that. Go. Okay. Okay, guys, why aren't you with me? I'm not particularly aiming for either of the weapons right now. Maybe I should be, but I'm really just trying to get them doing any sort of damage. This is why you want a lot of spicy sprays, because this fight goes on for a while. Again, maybe... Unfortunately, now that there's only 2 targets, I'm missing most of my shots. Perhaps I should be focusing on one weapon, just for the sake of getting something done. But I'm just kind of going for whatever I see. Why am I missing everything? Alright, let's go. Oh, those guys might be dead. Oh, boy. Oh, we're gonna lose a lot of people. We're about to lose a lot of guys. I got knocked down there. Wow. I have never seen this thing go this far out of the arena before. I'm gonna try walking over here. Maybe get it to come a little bit farther this way. Is it attacking? Yeah, come a little closer to the middle. I'm gonna wait for it to attack. Alright. Good. The poison is generally considered to be one of the easier attacks to avoid. I think the fire is probably the easiest, followed by the poison, then the water, then the electricity. Alright, you know what? I think I see... Okay. I think I see the problem with that water weapon. I'm aiming at the wrong... Oh! My fault again. I thought that had dissipated. It hadn't. Alright, more water. Let's just keep moving. Yeah, I'm aiming for the water weapon in a place that isn't good to aim at. Oh, that ran out at just the wrong time. Unfortunately, all the weapons have a ton of HP. We got the first two down easy enough. The second two are being annoying, which is not uncommon. The biggest problem with this is that now that it's got fewer weapons, it has fewer weapons to choose from, which means there's a higher chance that the weapon you're currently working on is the one it's going to pull off its body, and then it can't take damage. Okay. Slow and steady. We are going to get this thing eventually. Oh, jeez. Not if I'm that bad at aiming. I gotta step up my game a little bit. Why are you guys not in my squad? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh my goodness. I'm missing everything. I'm considering using a bitter spray just to get it to stop moving for a minute. Gotta get a better angle on this thing. Alright, what's it doing next? Poison. Alright, so let me recenter myself a little bit. Alright, we're aiming for the water weapon. And we didn't get it. Okay, we got some on it. Just do what you can when you can. Losing a lot of guys here. That's okay, though. As long as we have 30 Pikmin, I kind of wonder if I can get it from outside the arena. Once it's done with this poison, I'm really going to try to watch to make sure I don't... Yeah, we got a good angle on it right now. Had a good angle. Was it? Oh, for nothing! Not one. Not one. I don't want to have to speed this up, because that would be boring, speeding up the final boss, but I'm doing so terribly. I'm starting to question if it's any fun to watch. Alright, this isn't working. Ah, I got. Oh boy, I got really bad. Oh, move. Alright. I find the poison weapon to be the easiest one to aim for. Alright, everybody move. It would be a little bit unfortunate if the water weapon is the last one left. Because of what I said before, when it's only going to use that one, but I'm just going to take what I can get. Alright, let's stay in the arena this time. See if we can get a better angle. Am I too close? What's the issue here? God, if there was ever a time to learn how to aim, this would be the time. Come on. Ay. If I use yellows, I wonder if I can reach it from over here. Nope. Alright, I think I'm actually just gonna come back here. It can reach back here, but it's a little bit more of an enclosed space. It's easier to manage. Oh, some guy's drowning down there. Come on. I'm getting it onto the poison weapon well enough. It's... oh god. That sounds like Olimar getting hurt, but not actually getting hurt because he's not the active captain. Alright, approaching the water weapon from the side seems to be working better. Almost have spicy sprays. Annoying, but nothing to be done. Yeah, better doesn't mean great, but it is definitely serving me better to get it from the side. Alright, there's our last spicy spray. Come on, somebody get on it! They're getting on the poison weapon. The poison weapon isn't even on screen right now. Why is my aim so bad? I hate having bad eyes. Come on, somebody get up there, please. Okay. Alright, we're out of spicy. No more spicy juice. Alright, I think that's the, second pattern for the poison weapon. A little bit... come on. That guy's dead. It's just gonna have to be dead. Get on there, get on there. We were having good luck for a minute. Alright. I can't tell if that's the second phase of that weapon. Oh, that's good. We landed some purples up there. Okay. Oh. I think I'm having good luck from attacking from a little bit of a higher vantage point. This is not a great vantage point, though. Just let it do this. I hope this is exciting to watch, because I feel like this is not the most exciting to listen to. Okay, that's gone. I'm not going to bother carrying it back. There's pros and cons to the water weapon being the last weapon to go. The pro is that I don't really need to worry about moving, because I'm as safe anywhere as anywhere else, basically. So I don't have to worry too much about like getting out of the arena quickly. The bad news is this appears to be the one that I'm really bad at getting a lock on, and it's going to be constantly taking it off its body to use it. So it just is what it is, I guess. We're in the final phase now. It's only got one weapon left, and it is using it. Oh, that's not good. Alright. The good thing about it only having one weapon is that red might just be dead. It is completely predictable what it's going to do. I am comfortable enough at this point in saying that we've won. It might be a long time until we do it, because I'm so bad at aiming, but we're going to win. In fact, at this point, I'm so confident that if it takes too much longer, I may start cutting. Because I can't... Guys! I can't in good conscience make you guys watch too much more of this. It's the same story over and over again. We got one guy up there. Maybe I need glasses. Maybe that's the problem. Do glasses help with depth perception? I have 20/20 vision. It's just... Oh, somebody's dying. Who's dying? Somebody died. Oh well. But yeah, I have 20/20 vision. It's just depth. I can't tell where things are in space. I hear dudes dying. Stop dying, please. Get on it, get on it, get on it. Somebody get on it! Somebody got on it. Oh boy. This is not supposed to be a half an hour long fight. I'm just really bad, apparently. Come on, guys. That's why I was moving the treasures out of the way. Oh boy. Okay. I need a better angle on it. I think I'm way too close to it. I think that's the... Did I miss... No, I heard somebody get on it. Oh my god. If you use a bitter spray, it will stun it in place, but it makes it, I'm pretty sure, invincible. I'm gonna do it anyway. I just want to be able to get an angle on it. In fact, I'm even gonna get yellows ready. Get it. Oh, please. Do it again. Camera's not working with me. Oh, okay. I might do that a few more times. As long as you have 30 Pikmin and or 3 purples alive at the end of the fight, you will be able to carry the oh, that's not helping. Darn it, I'm just wasting my potions. Alright, I think this has gone on for long enough. I think I'm going to cut until something actually happens. There it is. That didn't actually take me that much longer. In fact, it didn't take me much longer at all. I might just leave it in. This is the Titaned Weevil. It is completely harmless. It can't do anything to you. It can swat you away, but it can't hurt you. Now, you should use a bitter spray when it's almost dead. I'm going to use it now. I said, there we go. Press the button, it didn't work. It's hard to kill, but it's not invincible. And you get a bunch of sprays. I will... never mind. Louis? Are your life functions fading? No, he appears only to have fainted. He is always running into trouble. Instruct the Pikmin to carry him. There is not enough room for him in the cockpit anymore. We will have to keep him in the cargo hold with the treasure hoard. Not right now, because I can't fight this thing again right now. But sometime at a later date, I'll show what its body looks like if you don't do that. But I wanted to get all these potions. I'm not going to bother duplicating them. I don't think I'm going to need that many. But yeah, there are two reasons I went down here as soon as I could. Reason number 1 was I wanted all these potions. Reason number 2, I want Louis. He's not a gameplay power-up, but Louis has something that I want. And there are a sad amount of spicy sprays in here. Go figure. Alright, let's just get our treasures and get out of here. Including Louie! Good to have you back. I did not expect that to take this long. Not looking forward to having to do that again to get the bonus footage, but you do what you have to do. This is the water weapon for 1,000 Pokos. The Monster Pump. Here comes Louie. For 10 Pokos, the ship gave him a price tag. The King of Bugs. Louie comes with his own set of field notes, and I wanted to be able to start reading all the new Piklopedia entries as soon as possible, so it would be the least amount of overwhelming to me. That's my reason for coming down here as soon as possible. This time, I am going to put the Piklopedia entries into a separate bonus video, because it's going to be a lot, and I don't want to tack it on to the end of this video, and I also don't think I can read it all right now. My voice is going to give out if I do that. The poison weapon. For, of course, 1,000 Pokos. The comedy bomb. Ship had a little bit of dark humor down here. Whoop, got the hiccups. Ooh, that is considered to be the final boss of the game. I'm not going to call it the hardest, but it is definitely the biggest, most majestic, longest fight of the game. I obviously think the Man at Legs is worse, and there's one other boss that I think is worse as well. But yeah, I mean, we lost a whole bunch of Pikmin, so I guess that says something. But we did it! Cave complete. There were 6,000 Pokos down here. Not that I'm keeping track anymore. Back to the Wistful Wild. I'll finish out the day, because I don't think we had all that much left. I am going to take out the rest of the rest of the Wistful Wild now. Not now as in like this sitting, obviously. But we already killed that Groink, and I would like to take advantage of that. There's 2 more caves here, as well as 5 above ground treasures. The Groink will respawn in 3 days, and I'm fairly certain we can finish this place before then. It is the hardest area in the game, but it's not like it's gonna get any easier if we come back later, so let's just do it. Starting by taking out 100 purple Pikmin. We are not going... Oh, somebody's still on the field. Okay. We are not going to have enough time to finish this today, but we can at least get it started. Let's go, folks. In fact, I am going to use some of the spicy sprays we got from that Dweevil and use it to make this go a little bit faster. This is the Doomsday device. It takes 1,000 Pikmin to carry, meaning you need 100 purples. It takes approximately 1/3 of a day to get this thing back. We're probably not going to be able to do it before the day ends, even with the spicy spray. But getting it any amount closer to the ship is going to help. And just because there's nothing that can hurt those guys, let's come over here and just get the cutscene for this cave. Wait, from all appearances, this is a particularly frightening crevice. The data is horrifying. Courage is one thing, but recklessness is something else. Perhaps we should turn back? Well, if you still wish to enter, keep your daring in check and just focus on surviving. Of course we wish to enter. We gotta get every last piece of treasure on this rock. I'm not gonna bother respicing these guys, it's not gonna help. That is the Cavern of Chaos. It's difficult, but it's not going to be any more difficult than the Dream Den. The Dream Den is probably the most difficult cave in terms of the actual cave floors. Yeah, just the closer we get this thing to base now, the closer it'll be tomorrow. This is one of the more boring parts of the game. I appreciate what they were trying to do with this treasure, but I think they didn't think it through all the way. Purples are slow. Just gonna breathe through the countdown. And call him back when we have a couple seconds left. I'll call him back at the 2. We did manage to get it in base. That's pretty good. Alright. And that's it. Yeah, you give me that trumpet. What kind of enemies are going to attack us tonight here in the Wistful Wild? I wonder if the trumpet is because you gathered a certain amount of Pokos. I'm sure somebody has it documented on some website somewhere. Oh, we got a Groink. And some Dwarf Bulborbs. Don't worry, that doesn't mean there's more Groinks in the area. At least not yet. Today's report. Earned a bunch of money. Lost a bunch of Pikmin. Still have over 100 of everything except for reds. Louie, I'm really relieved to know you're safe and sound. I heard you'd been eaten by a bug. They sure loved chewing on you as a boy. Guess you haven't changed. I've never gotten that letter before. Probably because I usually do the Dream Den last. Well, that is confirmation that Louie is safe and sound in the ship. Hanging out with the treasure, I guess. And I'm going to leave it because I'm pretty sure there's something new in the treasure hoard as well. So if you're interested in Piklopedia, you're going to have to wait for the bonus video to come out. I changed my mind. I'm doing it now. I started to record the bonus video and realized it's completely unrealistic. So I changed my plan a little bit. So if we come into the Piklopedia, you'll see we now have Louie's notes. For now, I'm just going to focus on Olimar's notes, and we'll circle back around to Louie's notes in a little bit. Dwarf Bullbear, grub dog family. A grub dog larva in its 3rd stage of development, this creature's body structure is nearing maturation. However, unlike mature bullbears, it has yet to claim its own patrol route, and thus is dependent upon its parent for guarding direction. An actual baby bullbear, not a bread bug. Puffy blowhog, blowhog family. This species of blowhog uses internally generated hydrogen to inflate a flotation bladder and hover above the ground. The creature's electrified pulse creates a sash of color that flows along the surface of its body, making it a particularly beautiful blowhog species. Precisely how it is able to internally stabilize its highly explosive hydrogen and simultaneously generate electricity remains a mystery. The puffy blowhog blows leaves and grass around to eat the insects underneath. It maintains mid-air buoyancy by using its fins and releasing air through blowholes. This enables it to float effortlessly, even in the breeze. In times of danger, the puffy blowhog can decompress its flotation bladder for a rapid escape from predators. Thankfully, that electricity doesn't actually make it an electric enemy. Gatling Groink, unknown family. This beastly predator's aggressive ejection of high-speed projectiles makes it one of the most fearsome creatures in the ecosystem. Its body seems to comprise of both biological and mechanical components, and represents one of the most evolutionarily advanced specimens ever observed. The chamber within its torso gives it rapid-fire pellet launch capabilities. What appears to be a tail fin is in fact the base of its counterweight and ammunition cylinder, so immobilizing this appendage will prevent the Groink from attacking, at least in theory. Confirmation of this suspicion remains elusive, as nobody has volunteered to test it. I believe you can stun it by throwing Pikmin on its tail, but I've never bothered. I just use purples. Caustic Dweevil. Actually, didn't need to do that. There's not all that much you can get this thing to do with just the carrots. Dweevil family. The Caustic Dweevil is one member of an insect family known for mimicking objects by carrying items on their backs. Several points of differentiation with other members of the species have been confirmed, such as body color and behavioral patterns, but none of these suggest major deviations in the creature's genetic structure. This makes it clear that it is a relative of the family. When attacked by enemies, the caustic dweevil spits out bodily fluids in response. Spacesuits corrode and oxidize when they come in contact with this highly acidic liquid. Yeah, even though it's a water enemy, it doesn't spit out water, it spits out acid, so you will get hurt if you're standing under it when it does its little attack. Breadbug, an actual example of a real breadbug-looking breadbug. Breadbug family. The adult breadbug competes for many of the same food sources as Pikmin, but its thick-skinned hide allows it to withstand most Pikmin group attacks. However, some researchers claim to have observed breadbugs being overwhelmed by massive numbers of Pikmin and reduced to food. We've seen that. Foxtail, I think that's our last plant, excluding the candy pop buds. The foxtail family. This plant remains erect after withering and losing its color, so we can only hypothesize about the true color of the plant's plumage. However, local soil analysis indicates trace amounts of dormant seeds, making it not hard to imagine that the area was thick with these plants in the summer. Now, let's wait, do we have any more bosses? Yes, of course we do. There it is. Titan Dweevil. Titan Dweevil. Dweevil family. The largest member of the Dweevil family, this fearsome predator carries protective components that frequently exhibit offensive capabilities, an evolution that may be attributed to mere chance. Another evolutionary theory is that the chemical contents of the containers carried by Titan Dweevils contribute to possible gene splicing. While other Dweevils do not seem to choose the objects they carry, the Titan Dweevil appears to prefer shiny objects above all others. And in this form, it's pretty harmless. You know, big freaky, big bug, but not actually that much of a threat when it's not carrying stuff. Now, let's talk about Louie's notes. I'm gonna find a category that's finished just so I can keep track of everything. Let's do the Dweevils. No, let's just start at the top. With the red bulborb. Plump specimens are best spit-roasted whole, stuffed with a lime and a slab of bacon, basted frequently to ensure a magnificently moist haunch. He has cooking notes. Presumably, Louis survived his time alone on this planet by cooking the local fauna and flora. And we already know that Louis has a pretty insatiable appetite, so you get cooking notes for every single enemy. My plan was to do the bonus episode and read all of his notes. I realized it's just not manageable. So what I'm going to do instead is at the end of every episode, whenever we're in the Piklopedia, I'm just going to read a few of them. So let's just do the Bulborbs right now. Hairy Bulborb. Remove all of the Bulborb's hair, wrap the beast in foil along with a halved lemon, and place it directly on the grill. The foil should protect the carcass from scorching, and the lemon will give the meat an elegant hint of citrus. Orange Bulborb. This Bulborb's meaty flanks make for salaciously savory steaks that shouldn't be missed. Dwarf Red Bulborb. For a blissful bisque, mince the entire beast finely and stir in with heavy cream, artichoke hearts, and a pinch of black pepper. Heat slowly until piping hot. Rich and creamy. You can learn a whole lot of new cooking words by reading this stuff. Snow Bulborb. Best grilled and served hot over a bed of fresh spinach and crumbled blue cheese. Where he's getting these things on the planet is beyond me. I guess this must be research from when he's either back in the ship or back on Hocotate. Dwarf Orange Bulborb. Although difficult to prepare, this exquisite creature is more than worth the effort. Great in fajitas. Dwarf Bulborb. Dwarf Bulbear, Remove innards, stuff with sage and finely aged prosciutto, and broil until golden brown. The ultimate crowd pleasers. Fiery Bulblacks. No stove? No problem. This sizzling beast practically cooks itself. Remember to thoroughly extinguish the steaks prior to eating. And we'll end off with the Bulbmen. Grind the meat and season with allspice, salt, and ground white pepper. Press the seasoned meat into meat satchels, then pan-fry them with onions. Prior to serving, smother the broths with Dijon mustard and sauerkraut. Buns are optional. I love this. It's so funny. I can't believe they actually put this in the game and made notes for all of the creatures on how to cook them. This is why I wanted. Well, I really wanted to get Louis as soon as possible so I could get a jump on reading the Piklopedia. And now let's look in the treasure hoard, which is also different. I'm not doing this. This happens automatically. Wow, going the long way. You got the Titan Dweevil series. Entomologists and film directors will buy them by the whole load. Now, anytime you finish a series of treasures, the ship will have sales pitches ready. So you can sell them on Hocotate, presumably. Let's look at the new stuff first, and then we'll go through and do some series. Again, I'm just going to do one at a time for now. Shock Therapist. This shocker was one of several weapons wielded by the nightmarish Titan Dweevil. It allowed the creature to smite Pikmin with zaps of lightning. Flare Cannon. This scorching mechanism was once used by a monstrous Titan Dweevil. The roasting apparatus spews hot jets of flame. I can't keep Louis away from it. He keeps trying to use it to cook sausages and caramelize creme brulee. I imagine that wouldn't work for creme brulee. You need a fine hand for that. Comedy Bomb. This fiendish component was used by the Titan Dweevil. Although it was once a primitive chemical weapon, it is now a weapon of mass hilarity. You'll understand more when you see the sales pitch. Monster Pump. This savage water pump was just one of many weapons wielded by the Titan Dweevil. This pump is capable of spraying jets of hyper-pressurized water. And of course, the King of Bugs, otherwise known as Louis. Louis is back! Somehow he survived a horrific ordeal with a freakishly large, weapon-wielding Titan Dweevil. I entered a hole with an army of ferocious Pikmin, grimly determined to save Louis from the Titan Dweevil, but it seems that he was perfectly fine all along. I can't understand how he managed to avoid being eaten. He's always had an unusually close connection with insects, and I know he loves to cook them. Maybe he wasn't kidnapped after all. Could he have been controlling that beast all along? No, that's craziness. Although, he does insist now that we address him by his proper title, the King of Bugs. It's never been confirmed if that's true or not. It is kind of the theory that the fans have gone with at this point, though. Disguised Delicacy. The fruit on this planet is astonishingly large. If we could cultivate these ample fruits on Hocotate, nobody would ever go hungry again. Sadly, I don't know anything about agriculture. Maybe I should have listened to my wife when she told me to do yard work. In Pikmin 3, the other characters insist that Hocotatians are vegetarian and don't eat fruit, but that must just be misinfo, because you can see here that they do in fact eat fruit. Insect Condo. I think that's referring to the seeds. The sumptuous nugget may look delicious, but internal scans indicate a parasitic infestation. The ship can't stand to even look at these pests, let alone store them, but I had to put my foot down on this one. I'm fairly certain, and again, this is something that happens in 3. I'm pretty sure that the insects they're referring to are actually, like, the apple seeds. Then again, that could be referencing, like, worms in an apple. What else is new around here? There were plenty of treasures in the Dream Den. Possessed Squash. All of the plants in this region have interesting characteristics, like this freakish one, for example. Lately, I've started the habit of tasting new discoveries. It may be dangerous to eat unfamiliar plants, but I've only gotten violently sick a few times. That'd be a few times too many for me. Future Orb. According to my analysis, this advanced contraption can reflect the future of those that peer into it. However, when the president looked into it, he saw total darkness. He said it must have been broken, but I'm not so sure. Mirrored Element. Talking to the boss makes me crave the power to order people around. He just sits on his haunch all day, barking out wildly irrational requests. Ugh, when will it be my turn to be the boss? And of course, since this is a treasure that you can only get once you've got the president, it's got dialogue to reflect that. Manual Honer. The size of this construction rig is astonishing. It could build an entire house in minutes. The strangest part is that I don't see any electrical plug on it anywhere. Surely you don't have to power it manually. Implement of Toil. We've worked so hard, I think I could use some rest and relaxation. However, looking at all the valuable treasures we've collected, I think we'll make a huge fortune. Then I can hire an army of butlers to attend to my every whim. What else? I'm also not seeing any completed Oh, that's completed, okay. No, it's not. Essence of Desire. We traveled across the universe to this planet pursuing the dream of great discoveries. I found a cavern that symbolizes the goal of our grand expedition, so I've named it the Dream Den. Universal Calm. From the shape of it, I've concluded that this is some kind of data transmission monitor. However, Louie and the ship keep telling me that I'm way off target. I told them, if I'm so wrong, what do you think it is? I don't see you suggesting any alternatives. They're just being negative. I'm going with my gut feeling on this one. How wrong he was. Extreme Perspirator. What an odd doll. I can't stop squeezing it. I've decided to make this doll I've decided to market this doll back home as an exercise apparatus. People could work up a good sweat with this thing. The boss is fairly plump. I'll suggest he use it. Boss Stone. My long journey has led me to this compelling stone. During my quest, I've narrowly escaped being crushed, chewed, ingested, and scorched countless times. But somehow I persevered, and this stone reminds me of that. It's like it has a personality of its own. I'd like to take it back with me and place it in my garden to commemorate this expedition. Another shogi piece, I don't know what symbol that is. Talisman of Life. Explorers strive, but fate decides. You can prepare and practice for an expedition, but there's only so much a person can do. Sometimes you have to put your life in fate's hands. I've come to understand this intergalactic truth while I've traveled to the farthest reaches of the universe. Fate and I are pretty close. Glee Spinner. When I get near this captivating treasure, I can't stop myself from spinning it over and over again. I shouldn't spin such a valuable treasure, but it's so hard to have self-control. From now on, instead of actually spinning it, I'll just imagine I'm doing it instead. Wow, this is so much fun. I can't imagine it does very much while detached, but maybe. Stringent Container. The ship's hold is so cluttered and disorganized. I wonder if we're actually finding new treasures or if we're just rediscovering old ones. Some of them do look pretty similar. Yellow Taste Tyrant. According to recent statistics, the elderly people on Hocotate love to eat sweets. Despite them, young people are eating all the spicy food they can get their hands on. Just looking at this artifact makes my mouth feel spicy. When I bring it back, it's sure to be all the rage with surly teens everywhere. Tonight, I think I'll practice signing autographs. Yeah, I guess that's a mustard container. Some sort of spicy mustard. Hypnotic Platter. Strange story. When I inspected this item on the planet's surface, I was suddenly overcome with such a raging thirst that I thought I might fall unconscious. Having no tasty beverage at hand, I had to resort to licking the condensation from the inside of my helmet. I feel such shame. Ugh. I could have lived without knowing that. And here we are back down here, so let's read a sales pitch. These were written by the ship. This nanotech device gathers negative ions in the atmosphere and converts them into energy. It then releases that energy. Zap! Use it to relieve muscle soreness and joint stress. One warning, however, it does render the user unconscious. That's probably not the safest form of shock therapy ever invented. In the compressed air cylinder of this flamethrower, liquid gas is lit, producing the fire that gives the weapon its name. It is very dangerous, and good kids know not to play with it. In case you wonder, it cannot be used as a substitute for a spaceship's rockets and should never be used to cook sausages. Never. That's probably something that Louis tried. Not quite sure what they're selling it as, though. Comedy Bomb. You cannot see it, you cannot smell it, yet this weapon would steal your life given the chance. At least it used to, until I shrewdly exchanged its poison gas for hilarious laughing gas. Crafted with an eye for safety, it is the funniest weapon ever devised. And that's why it's called the Comedy Bomb now. Monster Pump. This item automatically detects subterranean waterways, even if the water is buried a mile deep. This monster pump draws liquid any distance, and its almost uncontrollable power is fantastic. I think the ship is stretching the truth a little bit. The pump itself wouldn't be able to find the water. King of Bugs. A new employee of Hocotate Freight, Louis is often silent. Nobody knows what thoughts lurk in his mind. He appears to operate on the same wavelength as insects, often with dangerous results. After he was kidnapped, he somehow managed to hijack a colossal insect's brain. Again, because this is a sales pitch created by the ship, I don't know if we can take that for fact or if it's just making an exciting story to get people interested in Hocotate Freight's adventures. Anyway, that's actually it for now. Let's just go back to the episode. Or the ending, I should say. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Pikmin 2, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode where we keep exploring the Wistful Wild. Bye-bye!